In the winter of 2026, a movie appeared online for less than 9 minutes. No studio claimed it, no director stepped forward, and no actor admitted to filming it. Yet, everyone who saw it swore the same thing. It wasn't a film, it was a summoning. A single word flashed in red letters across the screen. Lilith. The forbidden name. The one ancient scribes tried to erase. The one whispered about only in corners of forgotten libraries. The one mothers feared their daughters would ever learn. But the movie didn't begin like a myth. It began with a woman. Alone, trembling, running through a desert at dusk, the sky burning like dying embers. Her voice cracked as she whispered into a handheld camera. "If you find this, don't look for me. Don't say her name." And then, static. A scream muffled by wind. Viewers thought it was a hoax, some indie horror. But then something strange happened. People who watched it began having the same dream. A woman with long black hair standing at the foot of their bed, not moving, not breathing, just staring. 3 nights in a row, and the dreams always ended the same way. She leaned in close, her cold lips brushing their ear, and whispered, "You watched my story. Now you owe me yours." News channels tried to investigate. Psychologists called it a mass hysteria. But one detail broke the illusion, a detail too precise to ignore. Everyone described the same desert woman, even though her face never appeared in the leaked footage. How did they all know her? Why were they dreaming about someone they had never seen? And who, or what, was Lilith? As the world panicked, the movie vanished from the internet completely. Every copy deleted, every upload corrupted. But the fear stayed. Because the moment humanity tried to bury the film, the real story began. Welcome to Origin Paradox.
Scholars from Jerusalem, Cairo, and Rome gathered secretly that spring, not to study the movie, but to investigate the symbols hidden frame by frame. They discovered things no film school could explain. A pulse of light that matched Bronze Age star maps, a chant in a dialect older than ancient Akkadian, and a sigil burned into the sand that belonged to no known religion, yet appeared in multiple civilizations thousands of years apart. One historian, Dr. Marin Solano, broke her silence. It's not fiction, it's a warning. She claimed Lilith wasn't a demon nor a goddess, but the first woman who refused obedience. Not Adam's temptation, but his equal, his mirror, his rebellion. And for that, she was erased. Every culture told a different version of her story, but all agreed on one thing. She didn't die. She left, vanished beyond the desert winds, promising she would return only when humanity repeated the same sin that exiled her, silencing a woman who already knew the truth. Whispers grow louder. The woman in the leaked movie, the one running, terrified, was an archaeologist named Ilara Quinn, missing since 2024. Her last recorded expedition? A dig site in northern Arabia, where she reported uncovering a sealed chamber covered in warnings. Do not open. Do not see her. Do not call her. Ilara opened it anyway. Inside, she found a mural, a woman painted with wings black as night, eyes glowing like embers. And beneath it, a doorway. The final timestamp from her camp's surveillance camera was chilling. Ilara, standing before the mural, whispering, "Ilara, speak to me." A gust of wind extinguished the torches. The sand rose like a living storm, and the audio captured a voice, soft, ancient, and furious. Not human. "I have waited long enough." Experts reviewing the clip describe the voice as layered, like thousands speaking in unison. Some said it wasn't a voice at all, but a vibration, a calling. And when the movie leaked in 2026, people realized something horrific. The woman running in the film, the one begging for help, was Ilara. 2 years after her disappearance, she was alive, but she wasn't alone.
As the film's final frames resurfaced in secret forums, a chilling pattern emerged. Lilith wasn't haunting viewers. She was searching. Every dream, every vision, every whisper in the night was her way of testing humanity again. Not to punish, but to choose. Because according to the lost texts recovered with Ilara's belongings, Lilith didn't return for revenge. She returned for a successor. Someone to inherit the knowledge the world tried to bury. Someone willing to defy every rule, every law, every expectation, just as she once did. And the final scene of the forbidden movie revealed the truth. Ilara, exhausted, bloodied, yet calm, looked into the camera. Her eyes no longer afraid, but glowing faintly red. She whispered, "I found her, and she found me." A distant figure approached behind her, long hair flowing like ink in water, a presence that bent the air around her. Lilith. Not monstrous, not demonic, but impossibly ancient, impossibly powerful, impossibly human. She placed a hand on Ilara's shoulder and spoke in a voice that sounded like centuries cracking open. "Let the world remember me, not as their fear, but as their beginning." And then the footage cut to black. No ending, no credits, just silence. But something remarkable happened after that night. Reports from across the world, women claiming they heard a voice calling their name, a gentle whisper in the dark. "Rise." Some dismissed it, some embraced it, but some changed. Ilara Quinn was never found. Lilith was never captured. And the forbidden movie? It still reappears online, once a year, for 9 minutes, always at the exact same time, always with the same message. Tell my story, or I will. And so, the story of Lilith does not end in the shadows of the past. It lingers here, in the quiet spaces between belief and fear. For every myth the world tries to bury, every truth we pretend not to see, something ancient waits for the right moment to rise again. The forbidden movie may vanish, the footage may flicker and decay, but its message, her message, remains carved into the soul of anyone who dares to watch. Because Lilith was never just a legend. She was a mirror, a reflection of every silenced voice, every forgotten story, every woman erased from the pages of history. And now, in the echoes of that 9-minute film, she whispers again, "Remember me. Not for the fear I was given, but for the truth I reclaimed. Whether you believe her story or not, whether you fear her name or speak it in defiance, Lilith has already awakened. Not in the desert, not in the ruins, but in the minds of those who watched, and in the dreams of those who tried not to." As the screen fades to black, ask yourself one final question. If the world hid Lilith for thousands of years, what else has been buried? What other truths wait beneath the dust, ready to rise the moment we look too closely? Maybe that is why the film returns once a year. Not to scare us, not to haunt us, but to remind us. Some stories refuse to stay dead. Some voices refuse to stay silent. And some names will always come back. Lilith was only the beginning.